Hello and welcome to ITN. I'm Natasha Kaplinski. We're here today to discuss the new ITN Transport News Channel, a dedicated online news channel for the transport industry. The channel will be regularly updated with stories on the latest innovation, thought leadership and best practice in road, rail, sea and air. An essential tool for professionals working in logistics, transport and supply chain. Part of that will be global logistics and transport news, created through an exclusive partnership between ITN and the CILT. And I'm delighted to say that I'm joined by the Chief Executive of the CILT, Steve Agg. Steve, great to see you. Thanks for coming in. And what are your membership looking from the global logistics and transport news?
We've considered at some length, obviously, whether we should embark upon this project with ITN, and we have determined that as one of our roles is to raise the profile of the profession, to raise the public awareness of what people in our industries do. This is a great opportunity for us to get a message out and to tell people what the supply chain is, how it operates, what transport brings to the economy in terms of the value that it has to society in general.
And looking ahead, what would the big issues facing your industry be?
The big issues are obviously surrounding all the issues that everyone else has: the economic growth of the country, the changing profile of world economics. We have, for many years in the UK, seen manufacturing move east, for example, to low-cost economies, and of course those low-cost economies won't be low-cost economies forever. And indeed we are now seeing some manufacturing return to Western Europe and certainly to the UK. And that changes the profile of logistics, changes the way that supply chains work. And we have to be ahead of the curve on those changes, and people operating in our industry, wherever they may be, need to take account of those changes to enable them to happen.
What are the types of organisations that you'd like to see featured in this programme then?
The supply chain and transport operates across the entire economy. There are better known elements of the economy, the workings of the economy. For example, a good example would be some suppliers in the automotive industry, maybe some of the motor manufacturers. Then there's areas of the food industry, an area of particular interest in recent times, bearing in mind the quality issues that we've been hearing about. And of course those big brands that attract attention of young people, because one of the things we're seeking to do is to excite interest in the world of transport, logistics and the supply chain, because we need to attract the best people into our profession so that we can continue to serve consumer needs.
That supply chain, completely crucial and key to the economy as a whole. How would you view the media take on that?
You only ever hear the word supply chain until very recently, when there was a crisis, when there was, or when there is, a failure of some sort. Fuel isn't getting through. Disruptive weather is a good example. Every winter it snows generally in this country now, which is a bit of a change. And every year we hear about the problems of transport or supply chain hiccups because trucks can't get through or trains can't bring product from north to south or from mainland Europe into the UK. So it's usually with a negative connotation. And we are very keen to, using this partnership, we're very keen to champion the positive successes, which is generally happening every single day. But of course, we don't notice that because everything works reasonably well. People get to work on buses and trains and boats and planes, and product gets into store, and consumers can shop as they will and get all the stuff of life very readily.
We're talking now on the back of a huge success, being the Olympics, which was successful in lots of different ways, but specifically in terms of the transport supply chain. But that has raised the bar, hasn't it? And everybody's expectations, the public's expectations, are much higher now. How can you go on from there and continue that success?
Well, for the first time in many, many years, certainly a major transport story was about success. A major supply chain story was about success. And it's wonderful that that awareness is there with in people's heads, the general public's head, that it was a success and something that we should all be proud of. It has set the bar higher, and we need to build from that, build upon the successes of moving the millions of people and the thousands of tons of product so that we could enjoy successful games. And if we can make those changes and even some of that behavioural change as consumers and as individuals, because we want the games to be successful, then why shouldn't we transfer that into the rest of our lives and build on the success and the lessons that we've learned at the Olympics?
So challenges ahead. It's been very interesting talking to you. For now, Steve, thank you very much.